But the whole time I'm like, I cannot wait to get on YouTube and tell y'all what I did. I did this, like. Hi guys, so how is everyone doing on this marvelous day? I hope you guys are doing as great as I am, because y'all, I had so much fun this weekend. I just had to get on here and tell y'all all about it because it was just too turn. Like, it was so much fun. And I just really wanted to tell you guys about it, to be honest. I don't know, like, I guess this would be kind of like a story time just because I'm telling you guys what happened in my life during this weekend. But also, I guess it's a story time because there was too many things that happened this weekend. And I just wanted to talk about it because it was just crazy. Like, literally, I'm not joking, everything you've heard about Miami, like stereotypes, all that, like anything and everything that you've heard about Miami, I guarantee you, I will put money 100% it is true. Women get everywhere for free. It doesn't matter. You don't need tickets. You don't need to know anyone. You don't need none of that. If you are a girl, okay, female presenting at that, if you are a girl, you will get anything. You will get in sections, you will get into parties, you will get into anything for free, and everything will be free for you. I'm telling you, trust me. Number one. Number two, everything is fake. I'm not kidding y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all everything that I saw. Everything is fake. Not one part of it is even remotely real, remotely close to being real. And also, like, it is so easy. Like, I don't know if you guys like watch Selena Powell and stuff. I know she's like really problematic. Let me go ahead and start doing my makeup. As you guys know, I don't tell y'all what I'm doing with my makeup. I'm just talking while I do my makeup. But I know that she's like really problematic and stuff. But I always thought, like, how in the world did she get so like close to these men, and how did she get into all these celebrities, bro? The way it is so easy, dude. Like, I'm gonna get to the whole celebrity thing in a second because I was amongst a lot of people this past weekend, but just the way that is so easy. Like, it is ridiculously easy. And also, I will have to say, I'm just speaking on the perspective of a girl. I don't know how it is for guys out here. I'm sure it's like a lot harder for y'all. But for the rest of us, for the homegirls, yeah, we and I'm telling you, well, let's just get into it. Okay, so boom, right? So me and my homegirl, she hit me up because she is like all about the nightlife. She is out every weekend. This is her lifestyle, okay? So she hit me up and she was like, hey, my friend is in town. Do you want to come out? Like, we're going to go to the beach. I was supposed to go to a Miami Heat game, but I wasn't able to go because I was stuck in traffic. Oh my God. The traffic here, I'm telling you, everything that you've heard about Miami is true. The traffic here is insane. I was in traffic for literally 2 hours, and all I just needed to go to a specific grocery store. It was a mess. But anyway, she hit me up and she was like, oh, do you want to go to this Miami Heat game? And I wasn't able to go, but I was like, what are you doing the next day? And she was like, oh, we're gonna go to the beach. So I was like, okay, cool. I want to go to the beach. And like, as you guys can tell, I have like the opposite problem of the Kardashians. My actual body is way darker than my face. So if it doesn't seem to match very well, just ignore it, okay? So anyway, so she was like, oh, let's go to the beach. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So usually I am expecting to do the most when I'm with this friend, just because she is literally, I'm not even playing when I say this, probably one of the luckiest people I've ever met in my life. Like, things just happen with her. Like, she is very spontaneous, very much like goes with the flow. And let me tell you, maybe I need to start being more like her. I don't know. But she will literally randomly have stuff happen to her in like a good way. So she was like, oh, let's go to the beach or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So we meet up and we go to the beach. And there was this club. It was like me, her mom, her friend, and her sister. And there was a club on South Beach. I'm not going to say the club just because I don't want to like get in trouble. I don't know. Could you get in trouble for that? I don't think so. We snuck in, but we'll get to that part. So there was this club on South Beach that my homegirl's friend really, really wanted to get into. So we tried to get in and they were talking about $100 per person. It wasn't given $100 per person. First of all, I would never pay that ever, but it wasn't even given that. So we were just chilling and we were like, you know, whatever, forget it. We'll just go to the beach. So we are at the beach. We are chilling. And just like what I'm saying is like, you don't have to pay for anything. It's true. Like I went up to like one of those little drink bars because I just wanted something to drink because it was hot outside. And I asked for a Red Bull and the card thing wasn't working. And so I just like jokingly said, I was like, oh, so that means it's free? And she was like, honestly, you could just take it. So that was the first part of the night that I was just like, oh my God, life is going to be so good. So we're just chilling at the beach and her mom, my homegirl's mom and her friend had to go to the bathroom. So they're like, okay, we'll be right back. We're going to go to the bathroom, yada, yada, yada. So we're just chilling at the beach or whatever. We're just tanning, talking, having a cute little time. And out of nowhere, her mom comes back to us and was like, pack up the stuff. Let's go. We got in. So obviously we pack up everything. We're so like getting everything together and we just take off because it was like right next to the beach. It wasn't anything crazy, but we were like so excited because we really wanted to get in. Well, they really wanted to get in. I didn't even know what this was. So whatever, we pull up and her mom really did get us in. Her mom found somebody that was working there or something and she got us in. So we get in there and her friend that initially went to the bathroom with her mom, she was in a section and she was like, Samantha, come here. So I go and then it's like this whole group of people. They were from Canada. Shout out to Canada. I swear, I love people from Canada. They are so cool. Like Canadian people are such a vibe. I don't know. I've only met Canadian people in like social outings like this. Like anytime I was in Nashville and I went out in Nashville, that like the Canadian people, they just like are so chill and they just know how to party and have a good time. So whatever. So she's like, Samantha, come here. So I go into the section or whatever because my homegirl wanted to go to the bathroom, so like we kind of like split up in a way. Anyway, so we go into the section. They're like, oh yeah, help yourself, make yourself at home, da da da. It was bottles on top of bottles, Casamigos on top of Casamigos. Okay, they had everything. And so they're like, yeah, help yourself, make yourself at home. They got us a waiter. They had us like chilling. It was like such a fun vibe. So after that, we find my homegirl's mom has like a little section of her own. And so we sit our stuff over there and we're just having fun. We're dancing and mingling. Now, mind you, this is what I find so funny about going out because you just meet so many different people. But the people that were from Canada were Filipino. And they were like, oh my God, are you Filipino too? And I'm like, no. And they were like, oh, you look Asian. And I'm just like, I've never gotten that before, but hey, I'll take it, whatever. And then, so that was just like a side part, right? So then we're all just chilling and we're dancing in like right next to the pool or whatever. And then these guys from Egypt come up to us and they're like, oh, are you guys Egyptian too? And I'm with my homegirl's friend at this point because my homegirl was with her mom. And I think she was still going to the bathroom. I don't know. She wasn't with us though. For this particular part, she was not with us. So the guy comes up to us and he was like, oh, are y'all Egyptian? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh my God, you guys look like the girls from our country. Where are you from? Da da da. And I'm just like, okay, so now I just feel like people be lying. And honestly, I know that for a fact because people in my comment section, this is such a side tangent, has nothing to do with the story. People in my comments, people have said I look like Kendall Jenner. People have said that I look like, what's her name? The girl from Creed, the main girl from Creed. They've said I look like that. People have said I look like Kehlani. People have said I look like Jennifer Lopez. And at this point, I have no clue who I look like. And not for nothing, people will send me other people's profiles on Instagram. And they're like, oh my God, I thought this was you. And I'm like, I look nothing like this person. But anyway. Anywho. So whatever. We're just chilling. We're having a good time. And then I was just like talking to the dude from Egypt because he was just like kept talking to me. And mind you, like we're just chilling. There's nothing going on. So we're just chilling or whatever. And he's just like, oh, where are you from? What do you do? Da da da. And I'm lying, obviously, because like I don't care. Like, and my homegirl was trying to get into live that night. So I was just trying to see like who is trying to do what, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to finesse these people. To be honest, it's so crazy because that's what I mean. Like Miami is so like everything that you think Miami is, it's so true. These men just want girls in their section. They just want girls. Like that's all it is. They don't want anything else from you. It's the ones that are like the weirdos and stuff, we'll get to that like actually want female interaction and stuff. These guys just want girls in their section, so they're just asking you what you're doing and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do the same thing. Like I felt like a stripper. Like I was like, what are you talking? Because if we're not talking transactions, if we're not talking like fun, if you're not gonna get me in someplace, like what do we have to talk about? We don't have anything to talk about. So because mind you, I'm just doing this for my friend, like my homegirl and her friend, because they wanted to go out because I wasn't going out that night. So I did not care. I was just like putting them on or whatever. So me and him, we're just talking and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, what are you doing tonight? What are you getting into? And he's like telling me he's got a car or something like that. I don't know. These men just be lying. I'm telling you. So we're just like having fun or whatever. And they kind of like go away. They started going into another section with another group of girls because there was a group of girls that literally looked like they came out of magazines. Like they had such a very like, is eccentric, is that the look? They look very like foreign, like Russian, German, like that's what they look like, right? So they just like migrated from us to them. So they kind of left us alone. And so we're just chilling, having a great time. Like first of all, my homegirl's mom is such a vibe. Like it was crazy. So we're all just chilling or whatever, having a good time. And so then this one guy comes up to us. So I'm just chilling or whatever. I was done trying to play like the finesser. I was just really just chilling by the pool. So this guy comes up to us and he was like, oh, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. And I said my name, which I shouldn't have said my real name, to be honest, but I did. So I said my name or whatever. And he was like, oh, what are you guys getting into? So I'm just over here like, oh, we're just trying to get into live, or not trying to get into live. I lied. I was like, oh, we're just chilling for right now because we're gonna go to live tonight. We got a section. Like, what are you on? And so then he goes on this, when I tell y'all, this man goes on the longest rant about how live is overrated and people from Miami do, and it's like, you know what, I'm on that with you. I really am. This is taking forever to come out, sorry. I'm really like on that. I completely understand what you're saying, but now is not the time, sir. Like, what are you doing? This is not the time to go on your rant about how fake everything is here and yada yada yada. Like, yes, we all know, okay? You guys see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to match my body. It doesn't match my face, but we're gonna make it work. So he's just going on this long tangent about how like everything here is so overrated and that people, they're just this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, okay, so you're not talking about anything. You're not getting us drinks. You're not getting us a bottle. You're not doing anything. So keep it moving, sir. I don't want people to think that we're like, you know, with you. So it sounds so superficial, and it is, but it's just like, if you get the vibe, you get the vibe. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just like, okay, like whatever, sir. Don't really care. Don't really want to hear about this. And he was just being so aggressive. He was just like, are you like that? Are you like one of those people? Are you one of those fake Miami people? Are you only here for this? And like in my head, I'm like, precisely. Like, I feel like you have like a certain expectation, like, you know what this is for. Like, we're not here to make friends, we're not here to like find long lasting relationships, we're here for a good time. Like, yeah, dude, like, what the heck. So whatever, he's just being so aggressive, and he was like, well, I want to see you later. And I'm like trying to play it off. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll see you around. Like, I'll catch you before like we leave here. I'll catch up with you. Not catching up with him, but it's just like, you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, oh my god, like, yeah, I'll catch up with you later, blah blah blah, whatever. And he was like, no, put your phone in, put your number in my phone right now. So I'm just like, oh, okay, like, what in the world? So then my homegirl's friend, she kind of like jumped in. She was like, oh my god, Samantha, I need you to come with me to the bathroom, I need you to come with me or whatever. So then when she said that, the whole party got shut down. Like, the party was over. It was like 6:30 p.m. I was like, what the heck? But anyway, the party got shut down or whatever. And so all the employees are like, everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I take my homegirl's friend. I'm like, let's go. And so like my homegirl's mom and sister and stuff were talking to people. And I'm like, we're leaving. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, I'm trying to run away from this fool. Because he just kept like, he was so aggressive. He was like, but you're going to call me, right? Like, I'm going to see you later, right? Like, put your number in my phone. And I'm just like, no, dude, bye. Like, ew, no. But I'm trying to keep my composure because, you know, these men, they be crazy. And especially the vibes that he was giving, I'm like, no, I'm not about to sit here and play with you. So I'm telling them, I'm like, we're leaving, like, we're out of there. So we literally run out to like the parking lot, and we're like hiding in between cars because there's only one exit. So like eventually he had to come through that exit. So we're just like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And so we're hiding in between cars, and we like escaped this man. And then we went out to eat, and everything was so much fun, and that was so chill. And I just had so much fun with my homegirl and her friend. And then they were gonna go out that night, but they all ended up tapping out and falling asleep. So my homegirl was like, hey, we're going back out tomorrow, you should come. So I'm just like, say less. Because I'm telling you, she just is like such a good networker. She can talk to anybody, and she can just, it's like so crazy to me how good of like a networker she is, because she can literally have a 2-second conversation, and then when she comes back, she's like, oh yeah, I got us a boat, so what are we doing later? We're gonna go on a boat, like, these people are coming, da da da. And I'm just like, so that's what it was. She was like, hey, do you want to go on a boat? Like, I got these people, they said that they're gonna pull up on us, whatever. And I'm like, shoot, I love boat parties. Like, I love being on the boat. I like jet skiing. I like being on the water, you know, that whole thing. So I was like, yes, I'm down. So I go ahead, pack my stuff. I head over to her place. We start getting ready, and y'all, I felt so cute because my boyfriend, his sister gave me this set for my birthday. I would never pick this set out for myself because it's just like not me, and I never have anywhere to wear stuff to. She got me this set, and it was so freaking cute. So we got ready and everything, and so then the boat plans ended up falling through. And then my homegirl was like, hey, we can go to this pool party. I was like, all right, cool, I ain't sweating it, like, let's go to this pool party. Little did I know, this pool party was like an actual event. I did not know this. I just thought it was a regular pool party because like you just be hearing stuff all the time. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Miami is just like everybody has a pool party. There's always going to be celebrities somewhere. There's always going to be somebody somewhere. You know what I mean? But I didn't know that it was like this kind of pool party. I thought it was going to be like a hotel pool party type deal. So anyway, we pull up to, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not a pool party. Like, they made a pool, but like it wasn't a pool party. But anyway, we pull up to this spot, and it's like pretty empty. And like, where's there, people are still setting up. Like, the food people are still setting up. Like, everything isn't ready just yet. So we're still early. But we pull up to this spot, and my homegirl was like, hey, I'm gonna get us in, just follow me. My homegirl's friend, me and her, we kind of like paired up together. So when we got there, we just kind of slid through. Like, nobody even asked us anything. Like, my homegirl was talking to the guy, and they were like trying to like figure whatever out, and me and my homegirl's friend, we just like slid right through. No one asked us anything. No one said a word to us. We just went right in. So we walked in and we're just walking around waiting for them to get through. They get through. And so because they knew people, because there was another girl, my homegirl, there was another girl that she invited. She knew people. Like, she's from here. Like, she knows like a lot of party promoters. She knows a lot of people. So we were just letting them talk because they had like their way of getting in. We didn't. So once we got in, we're just like, we're straight. So as soon as we get in, my homegirl was like, oh yeah, we got a section. Don't worry about it. Like, we know somebody. That's who we're with. So we're going to get into a section. We're just waiting for them to get here. And I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. So boom, right? We are chilling. We're just like walking around or whatever. And then these two guys come up to us and they're like, oh, do you want to ride on the jet ski? Because we were right next to the water. They're like, oh, do you guys want to ride on the jet ski? And we're just like, sure, why not? Because at this point we are turned, okay? We are already amped up. So we're like, okay, like, let's do it. Where's your jet ski or whatever? That's what I'm saying, guys. These people just be lying. Like, they did have jet skis, but it wasn't their jet skis. And they were not like they were just trying to talk to us. They were not trying to actually like get us on the jet skis and stuff, which was so annoying because they took us outside of like where the gates and stuff were. They took us outside of the gate. And so when we were trying to come back in, they were not letting us in. So there were these guys that were selling chicken wings. Like, their whole reason they were there is because they were with the chicken wing stand. And so it's my homegirl, her friend, and me. And we're just like waiting because the guys on the jet ski were like, oh, I know them. They're my homeboys. We're going to let you in. And then the guys at the chicken wing spot were not playing with us. They were like, no, we're not letting you in. Like, you got to go around. You got to re-enter. And at this point, re-entering was like not an option because the line was already like super, super long. Like, people were actually coming in. So we were like, no, okay, whatever. So then the guy was like trying to talk to these other people. And guess what? Me and my homegirls snuck right in. Like, it was... I'm telling you, it blows my mind how like nothing here is regulated. Nothing here is serious. Like, just wait until I keep telling y'all what else happened. Nothing is regulated. Nothing is here. It's all about just finessing and sneaking in, just getting in where you can. So we snuck right on in. We walked right on in. And so we're back at the party. So now we're at the homegirl that my friend invited. Okay, so my homegirl, the friend that she invited to, not the one from the night before, but this was a different girl. She was already in the section and she was like, y'all come over, come over. So we have our own section, and it's not even like, it's a section, but it's not really a section because we're outside. So it's just like gated off places. So like, we're not with everybody else, but at the same time, no one is really controlling who's in and out, right? So we have our own section, and it was this booth thing. Y'all, it broke on us. We were sitting there. I was chilling, sitting down. I was sitting like, you know, when the actual part where your butt goes. So I had my feet up there and my butt was sitting on top. Out of nowhere, like literally randomly, it just breaks in half. So like I fell. I fell and I was like, what the heck? So anyway, we're just chilling, we're partying, and the guy who actually got the section finally shows up, and it was not who I expected at all. Like, I'm telling you guys, it is all a facade. It is such a facade, and it's so wild to me that, like, because, like, you know, in the back of your mind, you know that social media is fake. All this stuff is fake. It's one thing to, like, subconsciously know that, but it's another when it's, like, literally in front of you, and you're just like, oh, this is really fake. Like, this is not even remotely close to what they show and portray on social media. So what I'm saying about that is, so we were all just chilling in this section. Mind you, don't know this guy. My homegirl doesn't know this guy. None of us know him, but we're in his section and he's like taking care of us. Like, he just, that's what I'm saying. He just wants girls in his section. So he's buying his drinks, everything. Like, we're taken care of in this section. We don't know this man. Nothing. But we're just partying with him because whatever. So then these guys come out with this huge champagne bottle. And so I'm thinking in my head, I'm just like, oh, okay, this champagne bottle, like they're going to pop it open. They're going to do the whole thing because they have camera people. Like they have photographers, videographers. They got people, they got their phones out, everything. So I'm like, all right, we're going to open this thing. So they hand me this bottle and I go to like take the little thing off. I was like, oh, how do you open it? And they're like, no, don't open it. Don't open it. I didn't buy it. Don't open it. And I was just like, oh, okay, my bad. Like my fault. So we're just literally like dancing because they're like, oh, turn up. Everybody get together. Y'all, no lie. They're like, everybody get close together to make it look like it's crowded. Like they're saying this. And they're like, dance with it, like pretend to turn up, da-da-da-da. And they gave us separate drinks with like water or something to act like they're pouring us drinks, but it's just water. Like, and we're all just pretending to like turn up together. And then they're like, all right, we got the video. Once the flash turned off, everybody went back to normal. It's so wild. And then they take the bottle back. They take the bottle. Like, it's so wild to me. So that was happening and we're having a good little time or whatever, but y'all, it was so cold. It was so freaking cold. And like, I did not expect that. It was windy. That's the problem, right? So I'm telling my homegirl, I'm like, to be honest, I'm pretty over it because it's ridiculously cold and I was getting hungry. So my homegirl's friend, she was like, oh, you're hungry? I was like, yes. She was like, okay, then let's go get something to eat. So we leave the section and we go to get these chicken wings. Y'all, why was it $15 for 5 chicken wings and french fries? No drink. They didn't have anything to drink. I had to go to the bar, like the actual like little bar section that they made, to go get myself something to drink, to get a Coke. For $5 at that. And it was the 100-calorie Cokes. It was cold, or it wasn't even cold. It was warm. I was just like, what the heck? And then I was so mad too because when I was pouring the ranch, right? So you just get plain wings and then they offer you the sauce. So I was like, oh, do you have ranch or whatever? And then they give me this big old thing of ranch. And when I poured it, the top fell off and it went all over my tray. I have videos of all this stuff. So funny. So boom, right? Whatever, we eat our chicken wings, we go back to the section, and then my homegirl was like, come with me, we're over here. So I was like, all right, boom, let's go. So we go over and I'm trying this new thing out. I saw it on TikTok. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, so we go to the front, like she's talking to me and she's like, let's go this way, because there was a DJ the whole time, but like it wasn't anything crazy. Like he was just playing songs. And you know how I find DJs really annoying because they just stop the song to say the most random stuff. They'll be like, oh, if you didn't come here on a credit card and you have a boyfriend at home, put your hands in the air. It's just like the most random stuff they be saying. Like, what did he say on there? He was like, if you flew Delta instead of Spirit, put your hands in the air. And if you came on Spirit Airlines, you need to go to the back. Stuff like that. I'm just like, what is this? So I wasn't even paying attention, but my homegirl was saying that Herbo was coming. That's why she didn't want to leave yet. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. So we get to the front of the stage, y'all. We are in the section right next. I'm not joking. It's like our booth is right here. There's a little space. And then Bobby Lights is in that section. And not for nothing, y'all, he is the same person. Like, you think that these people like play it up for like the internet and stuff. Literally, the person you see on TV is the exact same person in real life. So extra, so the most. But one thing that I will say that surprised me about him, he actually, like, people actually do mess with him. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think that that was true. I don't know. Because, like, a lot of people on, like, social media and, like, on the show, like, Love and Hip Hop Miami and stuff, make it seem like, oh, he's a clout chaser and blah, blah, blah. But, like, not for nothing. He really did. Like, people were, like, and I'm not talking about fans or nothing, because it wasn't really, like, fans. It wasn't that kind of thing. But it really was, like, people really do mess with him. Like, the people on the stage and stuff, they really do, like, they dapped him up and everything. So I was like, wow, that's crazy, because the way he comes off, like, the way the show and, like, social media makes him come off is like he's a clout chaser or whatever. But, like, no, he has, like, his own little thing going on. He looks exactly the same. I'm not joking. He looks exactly the same. And he was with Prince, right? This one blew my mind. Prince is, like, pretty. I really don't know how to say that, like, how else to put that. Prince, because it's, like, so weird. First of all, he is so tall. I thought he was, like, short and, like, petite or whatever, because, like, that's how he looks on camera. Prince is so freaking tall. And because I was standing on the booth, and me and him were, like, leveled, head to head level, like, but he is one of the prettiest people I've ever seen in real life. Like, his skin is so nice, and just, like, he just looked really pretty. And it's not like a handsome, it's not like a sexy, it's just like, you look like a work of art. It's so weird, because I don't think he's cute. Like, I'm not attracted to him, but I really do. Like, he looks very pretty in person. Also, I don't know, I've been trying to figure out what this girl's name was for the longest time. I think it's, like, she was on Love and Hip Hop too. She was with Bobby. Bro, what is her name? It's like Hood Brat, I think it is. I'm trying liquid liner for the first time in forever, so bear with me. Anyway, she's really pretty in person too. Also, I met Donna from Black Ink Crew. She is really pretty in person. Like, she is super, super pretty in person. And she was really, really nice. Like, she wasn't in a section or anything. She was with everybody else. And I was like, oh my God, you're Donna from Black Ink Crew. She's like, hey, babe. And I was like, oh my God, can I get a picture? I did fangirl on her. I did, because I was like, wow. And, like, she's, like, regular. Like, you know, Black Ink Crew it isn't all that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think these are even, but I'm gonna put eyelashes on, so hopefully that camouflages it a lot. so like I was saying, right? So yeah, so Donna gave me, like, very much, like, approachable vibes, and, like, she would take a picture. Bobby was, like, very turned up, and he just kind of seemed a little bit more not ready to take pictures and stuff. But anyway, he ended up coming into our section. Like, me and him, like, we were on the same booth, and we were all just chilling or whatever. And he ended up putting my homegirl on his story. It was so funny, but it was really fun. So we're all just chilling, having a good time, and I'm just like, wow, like, this is crazy. Like, I'm real life. I didn't think that this was so easy. Like, I didn't think that this was so regular. When you think of, like, celebrities and stuff, you think of them, and mind you, these aren't, like, A-listers or anything, but it's just still, like, crazy to think. Like, I saw you on TV, and I'm literally sharing a booth next to you. Like, technically you're in my section, but, like, so it's just crazy to me that we're just sitting next to each other, and we're just standing next to each other, and we're all just turning up, having a good time. And it was really, like, we were having a lot of fun. So the next thing you know, I'm right next to the stage. Like, I'm literally right next to the stage. And then I look up, and I see my homegirl is on the stage. And I'm just like, girl, how did you even get up there? Like, what are you doing? And she's like, come up. So I was like, all right, cool. So I go to the side, because that's what I'm saying. Like, none of this stuff is, like, there is no security. All that stuff is a lie. Like, and I'm going to tell you all what happened. So I go to the side, and I see her, and I just walk up the stairs, literally to the stage, walk up the stairs to the stage. And so I meet my homegirl up there, and she's like, yeah, just stand right here, and I'll be right back, because she was going to get the rest of them. So she's like, all right, I'll be right back. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm standing, like, I'm not joking, guys. I'm standing on the right side of the stage. Nothing's going on. Like, no one's performing, no one's saying anything. Oh, because mind you, beforehand, Herbo was performing. Herbo was on the stage, and he was performing. And then young MA came out, and she was, like, doing her song or whatever. And so, like, I'm just chilling. After that, it kind of died down, and, like, the DJ was saying a bunch of stuff. So everything was already died down. And so I'm on the side of the stage, but, like, nothing's happening. So I'm just standing there or whatever, and they have like these little tables, I guess. And so this one girl, she bumped into me, first of all. She bumped into me, and I just kind of like ignored it. And she was like, this, I'm telling you, was so annoying. And I feel like babe is turning into the new sis. Like when somebody calls me sis, or like they're like, yeah, sis, or like whatever, it's like you're trying to be that girl or whatever. And so she's like, watch where you're going, babe. And I'm like, you bumped into me. And she was like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just standing right here. Like, that's all I said. I had my phone in my hand, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just standing right here. Like, my bad. I didn't, mind you, this is a regular person. Don't know who you are, never seen you in my whole entire life. You're obviously not a part of anybody else's group or anything, because you're over here next to me. Like, okay. So I'm standing here or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm just standing right here. And she's like, who are you even with? Like, what are you even doing here? I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this right now? So she's like, who are you even with? What are you even doing here? And I'm just like looking at her. I'm like, girl, relax. And so then she was like, no, security. And this is some rando in a vest. Like, it's not security. She's like, come here, get her out of here, get her out of this section, get her out of here. And I'm just like, first of all, this is not even a section. Second of all, who are you? Like, what is this? So my homegirl ends up like right next to me, and I'm like, girl, who are we with? Like, what am I supposed to say? Because like this girl is really trying to get me kicked out, and like obviously I'm not supposed to be on stage, because like I had no reason to be on stage. But you're not gonna get me off, because like, who are you? You know what I mean? So I'm telling her, and then my homegirl was like, girl, forget her. So we start and we walk across the stage. And guess whose section we end up in? Herbo. I don't know how, it literally did not, I don't even know. So we walk away, we leave. Obviously the security guard is not worried about me. He's not like, I didn't do anything to this girl, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm literally sitting in the section. I'm in the section with Herbo. And so I'm just looking at the girl, and I'm just like, you try to get me kicked off the stage, and you're over there with nobody. You're with the lights and stuff. I'm over here in Herbo section. Like, what? So I'm just standing there. I'm like, whoa. And then I don't know. I just got really bad anxiety, because I'm just like, I was by myself, because my homegirl went to go get our other homegirls. So I'm just standing there by myself. I'm in this section with it's so wild. It's just so crazy to me, because I just never thought of myself in that position. And it's just it's weird. It is so weird. And then when you really sit back and you think about it, I'm like, all these people are regular. Like, you have this thing in your head where celebrities are just so untouchable, and they're just, you would think there's so much money and there's so much things. And you know what's crazy? The girls, besides that one girl, I don't know what her problem was. I don't know who hurt her or whatever. I don't know what her deal was. But the girls, you would think that they're groupies and stuff, and you think that they're fawning over these people or whatever. They're just chilling. Everybody was just chilling on the stage and chilling in his section. It was the guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should have seen the way these men were fawning over Herbo. I was just watching this. I was like, what is going on? I really sat back and I'm like, what is my life right now? I'm really in this on a random Saturday. Didn't even know. I thought I was going to be on a boat party. I'm sitting here in the section with Herbo and young MA. I think she left at one point. I don't even know. But I knew he was right in front of me. He was just chilling in front of me. I was like, this is so crazy. And now I figured out. I'm like, wow. No wonder it's so easy for Selena Powell and all those girls, because it's true. These people are so accessible, and no one is regulating this at all. If you really wanted to, you can. Even if you didn't really want to, because I was not even trying to be all up in there. I did not care. Trust me, I did not care. I was just having fun, living my life. The last thing I was worried about was being on stage with Herbo. In some way, somehow, I was there. And that's the thing too, like, don't get it twisted, y'all. You don't have to do anything. Like, literally nothing. My homegirl, all she was doing was just acting like regular. Like, she was just like pretending like she was with the people, and they just don't question it. It's so crazy. It's so wild. I didn't have to DM nobody. And like, granted, I don't know, maybe I can equate a lot of this stuff to like my homegirl just being who she is and just getting me into places. But at the same time, it's like, if I could do it, trust and believe, anybody can. Which I'm telling you, I'm just not this person. Like, especially now that like the curtain has been pulled and like the wizard has been exposed, I'm like, wow, I really wasn't interested in this stuff and I really didn't care before, but I really, really don't care now. Like, all this stuff is so fake and phony and lame. And you gotta be worried about the guys trying to like run you over to see Herbo. Then you have to be worried about any other girl out there. It's just so funny to me. But I'm not joking, y'all. I had so much fun. Like, in between everything and just running around and all these dudes, right? So afterwards, we're waiting for the Uber to come. And we're walking towards where like the cars are to go to the Uber. And then there's these guys selling jerk chicken. It was the nastiest chicken I've ever had in my life. Like, me and the other girl that was there, we're like, this is food poisoning, because the chicken was cold. How you have a whole grill going with fire and your chicken is cold? It was disgusting. It was so disgusting. And this guy ended up paying for my chicken. It was $15 per chicken. And the guy ended up paying, some random guy ended up paying for me and my homegirl to eat some chicken. And that chicken was disgusting. I ended up throwing it away. It was so gross. It was disgusting. And they're like, oh no, it's because the sauce is cold. I'm like, the chicken is cold and it's dark. So I'm like, I don't know if this is still raw. Like, ew. And then we ended up going home. We had to run away from that guy too, because they were doing too much. Entirely too much. And then there was, okay, I forgot to say this. When we went to the chicken wing stand or whatever, there was this random guy that was eating his chicken next to us. Like, it was this tabletop thing, and me and my homegirl friend, we were just sitting there. And then the guy is just eating his chicken wings. We're not talking to him, nothing. Me and my homegirl's friend, we were just all sitting there. And then his friends come over and they're like, oh, are you taking care of my man? Are you taking care of him? I'm like, no. What? If anything, he should be taking care of us. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, you didn't even get him nothing to drink? Sir, what? No, absolutely not. It was no. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so wild. You think all these people are just so cool and they're just like the best thing ever. If I could count how many times I turned to my homegirl's friend, it was like, these people are so whack. These people are so lame. Like, and I'm not even doing it on like, no, like mean girl or nothing like that. Because honestly, there was no girls next to us. It was just all these random guys that just kept coming into it. That's what I'm saying. Like, all these random guys coming into the section. All these random guys trying to get our bottles. All these random guys trying to get where we were at. And it's just like...
Remind me of your gender again? Right. You're a boy. These are for girls only.
They think they're so cool. They think they're so cool. Oh my God. Like, this one guy came up to me. He's like, oh, I'm from New York. I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever. And he was like, you see this chain? I just bought it today. Guess how much this costs? Guess how much this costs? Like, sir, first of all, I am over here wearing Forever 21 jewelry. Please. I'm not over here checking for nobody's chain, first of all. And second of all, tacky much? Like, you're literally making me guess how much you spent on a chain? It's so crazy, y'all. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because it was so funny to me. It was so fun. And like, y'all know how I am. Like, would y'all believe me if I came up here and I was just like, oh yeah, and by the way, I was in G Herbo's section. I met Bobby Lights. I met Donna. Or I was partying with Bobby Lights. I'm not even gonna say that I met him because we didn't even talk like that. But I'm like, I met Donna from Black Ink Crew. I was in the same section as Bobby Lights. Prince is such a pretty man. And yeah, I saw Young M.A. perform. Like right there, I was on stage. I was in G Herbo's section. And that's another thing too, where it's just like, they don't do anything. They come, they like give them the mic every 2 seconds. And it was another thing. Oh my God, that was another thing too, where it's just like, this is so embarrassing for you. The DJ was trying so hard to get G Herbo's attention. And like, this man was not paying any attention. He was just sitting down. He was just sitting in the section. He was talking to his people or whatever. And the DJ was like, Herbo, Herbo. He's like, what's up, my man? Tell Herbo to come. Tell him to come to the DJ spot. I need to meet this man. I need to meet this young. And I'm like, sir, he's not paying you. He's not paying you even an ounce of attention. It was just so funny to me. But yeah, who would have thought, y'all? I'm out here doing this city girl lifestyle. It was crazy. For it being my first weekend out, like finally going out in Miami and experiencing Miami for what it is, you have a lot of fun. Because let me tell you, if I got anything, like, I'm not joking. Y'all know, would you guys have even guessed that from the video I made about the whole Halloween situation, and like Live and all that stuff? Would you have guessed that like that would have turned into this? Like, what? Crazy, y'all. So freaking crazy. So I had, like, I'm not joking, I had to, the whole time, I didn't want to like vlog because I didn't want to be like that person, but the whole time I'm like, I cannot wait to get on YouTube and tell y'all what I did. Like, y'all would be so geeked. Like, y'all, I really went outside and I was really being a city girl. What, me? Yes. Crazy. This was like a once in a lifetime thing. I don't even be outside like that. But I did have a good time and I really wanted to share it with y'all because I'm always complaining about how I don't do anything and I don't have friends. And like, this was like a genuinely good vibe. Like, everybody, like my homegirl's friend, like everybody. It was just such a good time and such like a good weekend. No drama, no issues, no fakeness, no pettiness. Besides that girl that tried to get me kicked off the stage. Other than her, it was so much fun. So I just really wanted to tell y'all about it. I didn't even get to finish my makeup because I was doing way too much talking, but let me finish this up and then I'll wrap up this video. All right, so that concludes this video. I'm all done with my makeup and everything. I wanted to do something different. I was kind of tired of the same makeup look, but I just wanted to tell y'all all about my little weekend that I had because I just thought it was fun. I thought it was like, I don't know. I just wanted to tell y'all about it because, like I said, I'm always telling you guys about how whack and lame I am in my life and stuff. And I'm like, this weekend, I genuinely had a good time. I had lots of fun and I just really wanted to tell y'all about it, okay? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. This like me just telling you what I did this weekend. And I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And I just need to go ahead and start doing my hair because I got more videos for y'all coming this week. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Have an amazing day, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Why she keep calling my phone, speaking sexually? Every time I'm out, why she stressing me? You call her Stephanie, I call her. Hey, I don't open doors for her. I just want the neck, nothing more. Shorty make it clap, make it applaud. When you tired of your man, give me a call. Nice bitches talking out they jaws. No limit, I never care. motherfucking. Banging this bitch, man. We in the motherfucking yams. Go.